Hello all, this is Srikanth Bolivella and we are here to present our final project in privacy. Our objective is to help the state of Massachusetts build a model that can predict health insurance of an individual. Based on the result, the state will reach out to individuals who are not covered and inform them of no-cost policies. The crux of the project is to build a model while still preserving the privacy of individuals who participated in the census survey. Our data set is ACS forms data, which represents 1% of the population of the state of Massachusetts for the year 2019. Each row captures living conditions, citizenship status, etc. of a unique individual. Privacy relates to masking and anonymizing data or securing it from unauthorized individuals. Differential privacy is the gold standard definition of privacy. It's a formal mathematical framework to guarantee privacy when analyzing or releasing statistical data. It's a mechanism which adds noise to a query result in order to mask the presence or absence of an individual. The amount of noise is defined or controlled by the parameter epsilon. Higher the epsilon, the less private your data or stats are. Sharing statistical summaries can lead to privacy breaches. Differential privacy protects individuals from data linkage, reconstruction attacks, etc. For instance, data linkage attack is a way of generating privacy information of the individuals by combining multiple data sets. Narayan and Smatiko used IMDb and Netflix data to identify real people and their video watching history.
My name is Amaresh Venkataramappa. I'll be going over the data preprocessing and EDA. EDA is meant to see what the data can tell us beyond the traditional modeling or hypothesis testing task. The data set contains 288 variables and we identified the target variable HICOV. Based on this target variable, we identified that this data set is imbalanced. We did the initial filtering up to 88 variables and we found that some of the variables contains allocation flags and weight flags, and we removed these variables and it reduced to 131 variables. We divided these 131 variables among ourselves and did the analysis. While doing the analysis, we found that some of the variables contains redundancy data and some of the variables did not contain data. So we removed those variables and it came down to 74 variables. And you can see the other variables that we did analysis to. We did pre-processing and imputation on this 74 variables. We did imputation based on each data with appropriate values and recategorization as needed. Then we encoded categorical columns using getDummies and we got 228 columns. We used feature selection techniques, selection best, Fisher core, exhaustive feature, Baroda, and we found Baroda is the best feature selection technique.
Hello all, this is Rupesh and I will be showing the differential privacy tools we have used. For this project, we are using two libraries that implement differential privacy mechanisms. First one is Smart Noise in collaboration with OpenDP. This provides us basic building blocks that can be used for calculating statistical analysis, the mean, variance, and histograms, etc. If you look at our data set, we have some continuous variables like age, where we calculate the differential private mean and compare it with the true mean. We can see both are not exactly the same, but still close enough. Similarly, we have other variables. We have done some analysis like the income variable or the gender variable. And we can see that the histogram values are very close to the true values, but not exactly the same. In this case, if we look at the income, we can see it is being swapped with the true values on one category versus the other category to preserve the privacy. The epsilon value here is what helps us do the balance between preserving privacy but still providing accurate information for analysis. The second library is diffpriv library, which is a general purpose library that has differentially private models implemented. In addition to the model weights, the model also takes into account the sensitivity, that is the impact of each training data, and add noise to mask that effect into the training preparations. We have a couple of models that are implemented as part of this library, the NB classifier and the logistic regression.
Thanks, Rupesh. Hello, everyone. My name is Raja Mahadevan. Let me kind of give the final overview about the different models that we tried. and let's quickly talk about the model metrics as well. So these are the five different models that we tried, including the base model. And it's clearly evident that the non-differential private models really outperform the differential private models here. So because it comes with obvious, right? It comes with the fact that like differential privacy models have to apply the epsilon kind of a noise that it needs to add to the query results, but the performance are not too much of a difference, but it's very close. And as far as the metric is concerned, the best metric is concerned for this model, recall seems to be the best bet, because like the objective of this program is really not to ignore any respondents who are really in need of coverage in the insurance plan, right? So that's going to be the true positive that we need to really focus on. So recall seems to be the better candidate here. As far as the feature work is concerned, like, we kind of recommend, like, look at like 5 years of the census data, and then look at more different the papers. So we kind of looked at the TensorFlow privacy library, which seems to be a very interesting thing for the deep learning models. And the Uber has a similar implementation, like a smart. Finally, last but not least, and thanks to all the professors and teachers for the TAs for having this course, like, really an interesting and a memorable one.